All right. Beautiful people of Africa, how are you guys doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. You're meeting me for the first time. Hi. You're not meeting me for the first time. Hi too. So nice to meet you guys. And this is for Deborah. Deborah Adedeji. Let me give Deborah a big round of applause for being the first person to comment on the chat. So this is for Deborah. Deborah Adedeji. So Deborah, thank you for being the first person to comment. And so good to meet all of you. I hope you've been fine. All right, so where do we start? So let's start from how has it been so far? In one word. Tell me. In one word. Great, insightful, awesome. Yeah, nice to meet you. Amazing, educative, exciting. You've been sick. Oh, sorry about that. Fantastic, intriguing. English. Fantastic. Very awesome. Knowledge, hopeful, amazing. Deborah, I just gave you a round of applause. I hope you saw that. Informative, fabulous, great, transformative, quite marvelous, impactful. Because we are impactor, so we're supposed to impact you. All right, stupendous, wonderful. The English wants to push me away. All right, thank you very much. Eye-opening. I see that. Okay, so to do us a favor, the link will be dropped in the chat. Please invite somebody. All right. We can all buzz the group and let everybody know that we've started so that they can join us. All right. So please copy the link and then let somebody know we're about to start. They should come around and learn with us. Okay. It's been impressive, right? Okay, nice. Okay, so let's try something else. Which country are you from? So represent your country. And I'm speaking to the whole of Africa. Malawi, Nigeria, Zambia, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Lesotho, Ethiopia, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, Malawi, Tanzania, South Africa, Cameroon, Kenya, Ghana, Malawi, Congo, Tanzania, South Africa again, Uganda, Malawi, Kenya, Sudan. Okay. Nigeria, Sudan, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, South Africa, Cameroon, Eritrea, South Africa, Kenya, Cameroon. Okay. Ghana, Nigeria, Somalia. Oh, really? Wonderful. Nice to meet you. Hi, Farouk Forkan. I hope I pronounce the name properly. You're the only Somalian I've seen. Nigeria, Rwanda. Okay, awesome. Okay, beautiful. So I hope you had a great time with the branding topic, building your brand line. I hope you also had a great time with digital marketing plan, had a great time with Google Business Profile. So today we are going to be talking about driving more sales with data and insights. So first of all, can you hear me well? Do you see me well? Is my video good? And I hope I look okay. Do I look okay? Do you like my shirt? Should I send it to you? I can fling it to you if you want me to. Just ask. Just ask. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll send it. Don't worry. Before the end of the class, you see it in your inbox. Okay, please pump up your volume. Sounds like my sister. All right. Okay, so So let's get started. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You look handsome. I like the shit. My head wants to swell. All right, guys. Okay. Thank you so much. So let's get started. So what do you understand by data? Let me ask you before we get to the content, before I tell you what we are doing today. What do you understand by data? Somebody tells you the information we had, the data we had is this. What do you understand by it? Raw information, raw facts, process information, collection of any information, raw facts, information gathered, set of information, unprocessed information. All right. You're very correct. Absolutely. Okay. And I love the energy in the chat. So please, let's keep it like that. All right. And there's going to be a lot of questions thrown at you. And I expect you to throw a lot of questions back at us. I have Sandra here, Deborah is here, Celestine is here, Chibuza is here. We have, for the guys that are on YouTube, Kemi is there. So if you have questions concerning anything, please ask, all right? We are here. I'll be happy to help in the best way we can. Have questions from the last sessions and you want to ask, feel free, all right? We are here for you. Okay, so starting from the east. Give me 1 second, please. Data is and the importance of data for your business and the various data sources, and then knowing the right questions to ask, and then the tools for data and insights, that's tools for data collection and data analysis and data presentation. I'm hoping we can have a little time to do to look at what a typical analytics dashboard looks like, so that it will help us to have a better understanding. So if you have questions, please keep questions in the Q&A. If you put it in the chat, I'll definitely miss it. Okay, I'm sure Sandra and Deborah and Chibuza can pick it up. But if it's for me, if you want me to answer it, they'll also be there in the Q&A to be sure. No question is missed. If you want to join the YouTube, somebody's asking that question in the Q&A. Please go to the group. The link has been shared there. I'm sure that link can be dropped here in the chat as well, so that everybody that wants to join, or maybe someone that's having difficulty, can just go to YouTube. All right. Okay, so just like you've already mentioned, data is information, raw facts, unprocessed data, unprocessed information, even the processed one, that's still data, and it cuts across, calculates every information, figures you can use to analyze, can use to plan, can use to project. And the main examples should be the numbers, items sold, employees, names, product names, addresses, tax codes, phone numbers, registration marks, emails, and just about everything that looks like information, everything that looks like a piece of information, whether it is processed or is not processed, you can class them under data. Now I was thinking somebody was going to say data is 20 gig. That's what I was hoping. That is also a kind of data, right? But that is internet data, and it's different from the one we are speaking about today. All right, so don't mix it up. What we are speaking about today is information, data as regards information, and not to make it look too cumbersome. When we say data, we're actually really talking about what the stand from that data. Now, for instance, let me ask a very simple question. What is the best meal in your country? Okay, let me not call it the best meal. Let me call it the most popular meal in your country. I know in Kenya, it's and pilau. I know yes, ugali and pilau. That is Kenya. I know Nigeria is jollof, rice and chicken. Fufu and Ero, Cameroon. I know that one. Then I know that you guys in which country is that now? I think it's Malawi. Satza, that is for Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans eat a lot of sabza. Yes, I know that one. Did I see blood and milk? Which country is that, please? Christine, what kind of blood, please? Matuke, I heard that before, even though I've not really paid attention to which country. Um, Swallow, yes, eba, and egusi, and okra. Matuke, I've heard Matuke from Uganda. Ekama, hi Ekama. I thought that was it. Blood and milk. Please, which one is blood and milk? Help me. What is the most popular meal in your country? That's what I'm asking. Amala. Okay, that is for the Yorubas. I'm not eaten amala before in my whole life. I just said it's nice. Maybe I'll try it someday. Okay. So whatever it is, so let's just take Nigeria. So I understand we eat a lot of rice, right? And especially in December period, a lot of rice and a lot of chicken. So a lot of chicken, they just die in December. Nigeria just eats a lot of chicken are planning to be killed in December. Yeah, Thelma, thank you. Right? So so how do you tell that Nigerians eat a lot of rice in December? How do you tell? Do you just, because every home eats rice, assume every home eats rice and a lot of rice is consumed in December? You can't really, by rule of thumb, determine that a lot of people eat a lot of rice in December. You need to have figures that actually back that up. Now, what I'm trying to explain here is if you have, let's say, 10 outlets that sell rice and they give you their data for the past maybe 3 years, 4 years, you can actually tell, okay, look at maybe between January to November, they sold maybe 2,000 bags of rice. And in December alone, they're selling 2,000 bags of rice. And they had that in year one, year two, year three, right? And you go to Depot 2 has the same statistic. Depot 3 has the same statistic. Depot 4 has the same statistic. Now you can clearly, by reason of the data, have an understanding that Nigerians consume more rice in December. So you are now understanding based on a data that was provided for you. Now that is insights. Did you understand that? Insight is you getting to have a clearer understanding based on an information that is fed to you from data. Please let me know if you understood that. So insight is that understanding. You get to understand something clearly because there's a data that backs it up. Please, if you understand, drop me a yes in the chats. I want to be sure. Yeah, I'm seeing the emojis, but drop a yes. Uh-huh. Beautiful. Okay, so let's just flow like that in that tempo. Sites on anything. Maybe personal, maybe about your business. It's about anything personal or about business. I may even tell you, I may even answer the question for you. Yes, because sometimes you even use data unconsciously. So let's say you are an event planner, not an event planner as a business. You just want to plan a family event, right? And you go, oh, last month we had 20 people that visited us and we sent out more invitation this month. So this month, let's expect 100 people because we sent out more invitation. That is you making to a data, right? And you even did that unconsciously. So I believe everybody must have used data at one point in their lives to make a decision or something, especially for those of you that are in the higher institution where you're carrying out researches or you're trying to make research about something. You get to even use data unconsciously. Okay? All right. So let's look at the importance of data for your business. So first of all, you get to use data to find new customers. You also use data to increase your customer retention. You use data as well to improve your customer service. You use data to better manage your marketing efforts. You also use data to track your social media interactions. And you can also use data to predict sales. So let's look at each of them briefly. And if you have friends, please throw it into the chat, throw it into the Q&A. Sandra is there, Deborah is there, Chigoza is there. And even if you are in YouTube, even if you are on YouTube, Kemi is there to pick up all your questions. Please keep the questions in the Q&A so that we don't miss them. All right. And YouTubers, please don't forget that your attendance is not automatically captured. You need to figure the attendance out manually. All right. So don't forget that, guys, on YouTube. So let's talk about using data to find new customers. So we use a lot of data tools and a lot of data sources. Business owners can actually use that to know where to focus their attention on, where to focus their customer acquisition strategy. For instance, if you are on the Google Analytics, and you get to find out that a lot of people are coming to you through your ads. A lot of people are coming to you through your ads. That can actually tell you, okay, I should spend more money on ads, right? Maybe I should reduce my organic marketing, just add money to run ads. Maybe running the ads on social media, or maybe you're running the ads on Google, whichever platforms you want. But data can actually help you to know where to pay more attention on, right? You can pay more attention on, and that will be much more seen if you have an analytics account plugged into that website. Okay, and that can apply to every other platforms as well. And you also can use data as well to increase your customer retention, right? You can know, insight can actually help you to know what your customers prefer, can know their preferences and what they demand, and then you can give them what they want. Of course, you are there in business because of them. So if you want them to remain with you, you need to give them what they want, all right? And that helps you to retain your customers. Now, a business is not as successful as the much it can do to retain its customers, because it's basically just generating leads, nurturing the leads, and keeping them to come back. All right, that is the beauty of a business. If they're not coming back, something is wrong. All right, so data can help you to understand what they want, what they need, how they need it. Right, you give it to them, and they stick around. You give it to them, and they stick around, and data helps improve your customer service. Can get to analyze your customer complaint, can get to analyze their feedback, can get to analyze their recommendations, and to better improve your services. Customers will always give you feedback, sometimes to be good, sometimes to be bad, right? They can't be nice every time, especially if you are making the best of your efforts to get things out there, right? So you need to be ready to absorb everything, right? And then just pick out what is useful, and the ones that are not useful. What I mean by useful there is pick out the ones you can work on, the ones you cannot address, you can just once. So complaints will always come, and they come in form of data. All those information that come to you, they form part of what we call it. And now you can use those information to improve on what you do. Maybe improve on the services, maybe improve on the products. For instance, I can decide to, if you're a baker, you can have people tell you, okay, your cake is too sugary. So you can decide to have different varieties, or you can have variances. You can have a very sugary cake, which is what it's supposed to be. You can, on the other part, you can have a one that is not sugary, maybe more of flavor, right? Or you can have another option, something like that, right? So you can tell people, okay, take this variant that is more sugary, take this one that is less sugary and more flavor. But you won't be able to know that if they're not giving you feedback, right? And the feedback is data. And you also you manage your marketing effort. If you have knowledge of your market, if you have knowledge of your audience based on the data you've gathered, based on the insights and the understanding you've gathered over time, to help you better to drive informed marketing decisions as well for yourself and for your brand. And you can track social media interactions. On social media, you can see the likes you had, you can see the shares you had, you can see the clicks, you can see the CTRs if you are on Google Business Profile, or if you are on the Google Search Console, you can see the clicks. On Google Business Profile, you can see the number of calls, you can see how many people got to meet you, how many people found your sites from your GMB. You can find the direct searches, the indirect searches, you can find all of that. On social media, you can find the comments, the shares, the subscribes. You can find all of that. On your website, you can find where they came from, what they did when they came, and were they useful to you when they came, and all of that. You can find all of that on your social media. And also data to predict sales, can predict sales. Like I mentioned earlier, how are you able to tell that a lot of Nigerians eat a lot of rice in the December period? So you are looking out for maybe 10 depots. You can find their catalogs, their product catalogs, you can find their orders and their demands from customers over time. So you can use that now to predict, okay, in this month, we are expecting a boom in sales. Like this period, people that are parents in this season, right? They are actually going to be spending more money on school stuff, school runs, the books, the bags, the new uniforms, the ones that are starting school, the ones that are changing classes. So it's going to be you buying everything afresh and all of that. So this is a period and book industry, textbooks industries, the likes of Macmillan, I don't know if they still exist today, right? And Macmillan and all those guys, this is their season where they sell a lot of sales. A lot of schools are starting. They must have done their revised version of the books. A lot of schools are buying books and all of that. In the December period, you're thinking about a lot of rice, a lot of Christmas stuff, Christmas trees, a lot of green and red and white. During the Valentine period, you're thinking about a lot of red and white for all the people that are in love, you know. Then during the Easter period, thinking about Easter things. So you can predict sales based on season. And data actually helps you to do all those predictions. Any questions? My slides are moving fast. Okay, so I'll try and slow down. Please pump up your audio. My audio is very good. My audio is fine. I know that. Any questions? Is there a simple tool and template you use to integrate dashboard for SMEs in real time? Dashboard for what exactly, please? Right? If you are saying dashboard for what? Are you trying to capture data for what? If you are capturing data for a website, that would be a different integration. You're capturing data for Swipe. I hope you are hearing what I'm saying. You are capturing data for your social media. That is a different dashboard entirely. So maybe you should be a little bit, maybe drill down that question a little bit more. Okay. Is there a tool you can have all these insights in one place? Okay, so we are going to get to the tools shortly. So just hold on those questions. How do you ensure you hide negative comments of competitors on your database? Some intentionally come and post adverse comments just to destroy the brand. Well, that is the industry. It's a fish eats fish industry. Cat eats cat industry. So people want to tear you down, obviously. So what you need to do is you need to try and be diplomatic. I don't think it's smart to hide comments. If you're on a platform like Google Business Profile, I don't think it's possible to. I don't think it's possible to hide comments. I don't think it's possible to hide comments on Play Store. As if you have a product on Play Store. I don't think it is. But you can delete your comments on social media. You have the right to be able to delete some comments, including your YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think Instagram as well. You can delete comments if you want to. Just call it damage control. Everybody can like you. But I don't know how long you will have to keep doing that. So sometimes you just want to ignore them, especially if you're a big guy, that's a big brand now. So you can ignore them, right? So everybody knows those things. So you just get ready for them. Just try and do what you need to do and do it well. Try and satisfy your customers. Pay attention to the positive energies because that's the one you want to carry on, right? If you want to write testimonials, you carry the good ones, not the bad ones. Oh, that makes sense, Ephraim. Thank you for asking. We'll get to all the tools shortly. What type of data are you going to grow? Okay, I'm sure that question is going to be answered. All right, so let me see. Who else agrees my voice is slow? Is my voice really low? Because I'm practically shouting. I'm audible, right? Okay, so if you're having trouble from your end, please pump up your volume. Okay, thank you. I wanted to be sure. please pump up your volume, the volume of your device, or maybe grab an earpiece. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead. So let's look at various steps to use when using data and insights to grow your business. Various steps. So first of all, thank you. So various steps to use when using data and insights to grow your business. So first of all, you want to understand the right questions to ask. You want to identify the best tools to use. You want to visualize and analyze your data. So let's go to the first part, understanding understanding the right questions to ask. What questions do you ask about your target audience? So tell me in the chat, what questions you ask about the target audience? What questions? Before you even think about questions you ask about the target audience, you must have thought about what do you want to know first? What do you want to know about them? You must have had a typical knowledge of who your audience is. Possibly you've drawn out an audience persona, an audience profile. Profile would mean what are the characteristics of who that audience of yours should be. For instance, you are a cake seller. A cake seller will need people from maybe age 1 that are celebrating birthday to whatever age 1 upward. Let's say age 1 to age 60, right? A cake seller also, his audience would be a male or a female. Both male and female eat cakes, right? But that will be different for a wigs, someone that is selling female, right? Female, if someone that is selling female wigs will obviously be looking for female the most. I mean, the male can also buy, but I mean, the male are the secondary targets, the females are the primary targets. I hope you understand. So before you even get to ask the question about who your target audience is, you must have understood who they are and what questions and what answers you're expecting before you even start asking the question. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of answers here. Their budgets. If you're asking about budget, that means you must be selling a high-end product, like if you're in the properties industry. What are you interested in buying? Your taste, your location, your lifestyle. Yeah, sex, age, buying habits, exactly. So you must have captured all of this into your audience profile, right? Into your audience persona. You must have drafted out everything that looks like a characteristic for that your audience before you even think about the next question to ask. So step, what what are the business objectives? What are the goals of the business? What questions do you need to address? Where do you get all that is going to be sources? And what do you do with all the information when you get them? Objectives, what questions you need to ask, where do you get all the information from, what do you do with all the information when you get them? So let's look at each of them. So it could be different things, obviously. It will be different things for different people, for different businesses, for different brands. Some people want to tell more people about their businesses. Some people want to sell more of their products. Some people want to identify their most valuable customers. Some people want to find new ways of engaging with their customer. Some people just want to make sales. Some people just want to make money, right? So you want to spell out exactly what your objectives are first. That's step 1. Now, when you're done with step 1, the next one will be what questions do you need to answer? So the ones you need to ask about your business. Speaking about that range structure, where the R there means the reach. That is you asking questions about who exactly your target audience is. Like I mentioned earlier, before you get to the point where you're able to ask that question, you must have been able to ascertain exactly what the characteristics of your target audience is. Are they male? Are they female? What is their spending habits? Where do they live? What platforms are they on? How much do they earn? Depending on the product you're selling, right? So who are they and how do you reach them online? Very important. As you know, we are all trying to teach you how to market digitally. So you want to spell out exactly where to find them. They may not be everywhere. They may not be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and everywhere. They may just be on one place or on 2 or on 3. So where exactly do you want to? So you want to answer that question first on the reach. And then when you find them, are they finding what they need when they get to your website? Are they finding what they need when they get to your store, when they get to your social media platform? Did they find it? Did you put out enough information on your YouTube that when they found that information, they are able to take action? And if they found the information, did they take the action? I've gone to the next one now, activate. When they saw the information, when you know them, right? Are they finding what they need when they get to your site, when they get to your page, when they get to your social media? That is why you as a business owner should be a good storyteller. You should be a good storyteller. I know of a friend that got on a simple project, and other people were doing the same projects across different states, but he got more results simply because he knows how to tell a story, captivating story, and more important, answer the questions of your customers even before they get to ask it. A cake seller, you might be thinking of content like how to bake carrot cake. I know that's the most popular of the cakes right now. Popular of the recipes. I know carrot cake. I know vanilla cake. I know chocolate cake. I know red velvets. So help me with the rest. I know banana cake. I know there's coconut cake. Help me with the rest. I know there are cake people here too. So you should be able to answer the questions. You should be able to preempt questions and answer it. Fruit cake, yes. Coconut, yes, I mentioned that one. Cream cake. Yeah, baker too. Yes, I like cake. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Which one is Chimodo cake? I don't know that one. I've not heard that one before. Right? So you should be able to answer the questions way before they get to maybe how to bake carrot cake, how to bake a healthy carrot cake. Yes, cupcake too. How to bake a healthy carrot cake, how to bake how to do red velvets, right? So you should be able to put out videos, maybe do it yourself videos, write it like a blog, right? So when people are seeing your content, they are able, did they find what they want when they met you? And when they found what they want on your site, did they take the action? Did they engage you? Did they at least ask questions about the products? Did they ask questions about the prices or anything? So let's say they actually paid for the product. Did they come back? Did the content, did the product, the services, were they satisfied with it? Were they happy to come back and do business again with you? Now, I mentioned earlier, a business is as successful as the number of returning customers it has. So if your customers are not returning, there's something wrong. So you need to find out what is wrong, right? So find out what is wrong. Possibly the product is not good enough, the services are not good enough, right? So you should be able to answer those questions. The reach, the engage, activate, and nurture, the range structure. Don't forget that. And don't forget, these sessions are not recorded. You can only find it possibly on YouTube. So maybe always take screenshots when you have to. Okay. So now, where do you get all this information from? Social media platforms, which is always social media platforms are very generous with their data. The likes of Facebook, Twitter. Twitter is now X, LinkedIn, and the rest of them. You can also carry out customer surveys and customer feedbacks. Can send customer survey and customer feedback, just like the form we sent to you to fill attendance for the guys on YouTube, right? That is more like a survey because it captures your phone number, captures your email, and all of that. So you can ask you, how did you feel about the session? So from that too, you can gather information. And so you also have online analytics platforms, the likes of the Google Search Console, Google and all those places. Data sources, like I mentioned in passing. We have social media platforms, like I mentioned, very generous. Social media platforms are very generous. Your website also can be a place where you can capture data. And organic search, if you're thinking about the Google Business Profile. And also on paid search, if you're running ads. You're running ads on Google. Google is always very generous to capture data for you from the paid search platform. There's a dashboard for it. You can see the number of clicks, can see the impressions, can see the CTRs. What else can you see? I can see how people bought. You can see the kind of devices they're using. And according to statistics from wearesocial.com, the average television watching time has really, really dropped. That's really, really gone down because people are more paying attention to phones now than televisions. Very interesting times, right? So most times when you see ads, you always see that the phones are getting more traction than the computers and the TVs. I can even capture the hours of the day that people are going the most to those platforms. You can capture the hours of the day. For instance, you can see that more people are going to that particular ad around the morning period than in the evening period. So you can decide to manage your money by reducing the reach around the morning period, or maybe just shutting down the ad in the morning period and letting it only run in the evenings, being that that is when you're having more of the traction. So that's the dashboard for the Google Ads is always very generous, very, very generous. And what do you, when you gather all the information, what do you do? Now, first of all, you want to choose the right visualization technique. So if I present a set of numbers on rows, in rows and columns, and ask you, um, deduce what is happening with those numbers, you may not be able to deduce it. It might become a little bit difficult for you to be able to deduce it. But if I tell you, okay, put these numbers, arrange it, program it to appear in graphs, maybe line charts or histogram or pie charts or scatter diagram, and all those visualization images, you can easily just tell by just one look exactly what that information is trying to present to you, right? If I take statistic now of the number of people that wear wigs, do men wear wigs? No, right? Men don't wear wig, obviously. Do men buy wig? Yes, we buy. So if I say men wearing wig and men buying wig, so you can easily see the pie charts that possibly men are buying more wigs than women, right? On a pie chart, I'm sure, right? I hope that feminist here, please. Yeah, so men buy more wigs than women, possibly. That's just what I'm thinking, right? Because the men buy for the women too buy, but the men buy some more. That's what I think. And a pie chart to be able to tell you exactly that men buy more wigs than women. But if they were just a set of numbers, you may not be able to tell exactly. I hope you got the point. So when you do that, you choose the right visualization. That is what you do with data together. You can also identify the key metrics and the key performance indicators. You can also, if your business operates across different geographical locations, you also want to consider visualizing your data on maps. So you can use a heat map to tell where exactly you're paying more attention to, right? If you have more presence in Nigeria, Nigeria can get more heated. Maybe blue is the color you're using. Nigeria can get more heated blue, and then as you are going up north the country, you can see that the blue begins to fade out. All of those are actually programmed on data tools, data visualization tools. You can think about a few. Which one do you know? The commonest of them is the Excel, or maybe the Google Sheets. Which other one do you know? Which other visualization tool do you know? Power BI, it's a Microsoft tool. There's a Tableau also. I know there's this SQL is SPSS, beautiful. There's the Stata, right? Which other one now? The Google Data Studio, Salesforce. If you are plugging a tool, if you want to capture data on your website, you can plug in tools like analytics. We'll talk about analytics shortly. If you want to use third-party apps that can capture data for you on your website, you can think about tools like Apps Flyer. You know about Apps Flyer? What about branch.io? Yes, there's Python also, Python for data analysis. So as a programming language, there's a data analysis part of it, right? As Python is a programming language. Same thing with SQL. Same thing with Google Data Studio. I actually love Google Data Studio. You know, all the R, beautiful. All the beautiful things you are going to be doing on Power BI. I've used Power BI before. All the beautiful things you're going to be doing on Power BI, spending time to program all those things manually. Data Studio will just capture it for you automatically. The day I noticed it, I was so angry that I was going through the stress, the rigors of doing Power BI. But I don't just understand why Power BI is just preferred in the industry. I don't know how, I don't know why, right? So these are just common tools that you can use, right? But the most common of them is the Google Sheets or the Microsoft Excel. You can use those ones to be able to, program all those things. So somebody can just, at one glance, they can actually tell exactly what a data is saying, not necessarily a set of numbers. I also want to regularly update and monitor the visualization to reflect the most recent data. Also, importance of insight. What can insight do to you? Insight is the understanding you have based on an information you've gotten from data. Don't forget that. So insight will help you to understand the trends in the markets, like you mentioned earlier. So you get to identify the latest trends, the latest market trends, and the latest insights from the data you generated. You also get to understand how users are making decisions and purchases on your platform. So you get to understand the user experiences, right? You find out that there's a particular page on your website that people are bouncing off. That can actually tell you that there's something wrong with that page. Possibly someone even notices it to drop you a feedback. So it helps you to optimize the user experiences. Remember, you're there in business because of your users. So if you're not optimizing it for them, then you have no need, be in business, because the business is for the customers, right? And it also gets to understand your content. It gets to know the right kinds of content your customers or your clients are engaging with the most. If you've been posting images and designs and writings, and you saw that the traction is very low, and you start doing short videos, maybe 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and start seeing that the views gets increasing, right? That is just to suggest to you that your members, your clients, your audience, they consume more video content than written content and graphics, all right? Doesn't mean you should stop the other two, but it means you should pay more attention to the videos. That's what data helps you to do. And you get to also leverage on all those insights to develop a strategy, across your content, across your social media, across your email. So you can adopt a strategy as well. You can overhaul an existing strategy and get new ones. Okay, question break, because we have more time for question. And in the Q&A, okay, so let's talk about defining the best tools to use. So have you ever used any tools to gain insight before? Now, the question I asked you earlier was, have you used data before to gain insights? Now, that answer was yes. So possibly you used a tool to gain insights. So, and I saw you guys mention the SPSS, the R Studio, the Python SQL. So it means a lot of you have an idea of what we're actually discussing. But the comment them, these are your everyday usage, will be tools that you find on social media. Yes, the survey forms too actually serve as some analytics tools, tools you can use to gather insights for yourself. So social media is a one and the most popular platform you can use. Under organic search, you have the Google Search Console, you have the Google Business Profile. For your website, you have the Google Analytics. Then for the pet search, you have the Google Ads. So let's look at each of them briefly. Like I mentioned, social generally, very generous with insights. So if you have a Facebook profile, all you see will be just the shares, the comments, likes, right? Not so much. But if you own a Facebook page, and just so you know, a page is designed for business on Facebook, just like you have the Google business profile, like you learned yesterday. The Google business profile is designed specifically for business. You will not see somebody put his face there in the logo place. No, it's designed for business. That's why on page, you can put the logo of the brand, and you can put the cover photo. On your profile picture, you're putting your face and a cover photo, maybe about you or what you do. So just know that a Facebook page is designed for business, right? So on the Facebook page, there's an insights part which captures the activities on the page views, page previews, recommendations, the reach, the likes, and a whole lot of stuff. And in fact, if you are exporting the data to the Meta business suites, you can find, are they male, are they female, what is their age range, right? What is their age range? Which place are they reaching out to you from? So it captures and gives you much more data. Yeah, so Facebook is a great place for insights. Yeah, that's correct, Areda. Facebook is a great place to capture data and insights for you. And that applies same to social media platforms. So other social media platforms, including the likes of Twitter, that is now X, LinkedIn. You can find also on Instagram, you can find the likes, etc. You can find all of that on all those platforms, right? So that is what you should think about when you think, that's what you should consider when you're thinking about data, where you can gather data to be able to know, okay, this particular post had a lot of traction. Why did it have a lot of traction? This particular post did not have a lot of traction. Why didn't it have a lot of traction? So you just head over to the insight section of that page, and then you're going to be seeing a lot more details. Yes, Instagram as well. And now I know you're in passing, but just know that this tool is what you hear to be called most is called the search engine optimization tool, kinds of SEO, search engine optimization. We have the technical SEO, which uses this Google Search Console. We have the local SEO, which uses the Google Business Profile. We have the on-page SEO, which is going to be you putting the right keywords in the right places on the website to enable Google to crawl it properly. All right. And then we have the off-page SEO, which is you writing content to make you an authority in your space and drawing backlinks to yourself. And that is one of the most powerful types of SEO. It's difficult to get done anyway. Link building and all of that. So the one we are talking about today is the Google Search Console. I remember the aim of the SEO is so that your page will get your website will get to page 1. Now, if I may ask you this little question in passing, when you Google, on a scale of 0 to 5 times, how many times you go to page 2? Yes, you intentionally always scroll down and then you go to page 2, page 3. Me, I don't go there. Myself, maybe I just give myself maybe a 0. So tell me, on a scale of 0 to 5, how many times you go to page 2? Maybe 1. If I may just be generous, maybe just 1, right? I don't go to page 2. What am I doing there? And the truth is, a lot of these websites, the truth is on page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are all people's websites. Don't forget. They are all people's websites. So Google only has interests. They only have interests with the websites that are on the first page. On the first page. So the work of getting your website to that first page is what is now called the search engine optimization, just like the English word sounds. Optimize. You're optimizing it. All right. You're optimizing it with doing it technically. You're optimizing it by being a writer, using the right keywords, drawing attention to yourself. That is the off page. You're optimizing it by putting the right keywords in the right place. That is the on page. You're optimizing it by doing the Google Business Profile properly. That is the local SEO, right? So it involves a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. Okay. So this is a typical Google Search Console dashboard, what it looks like, right? So what this platform does is it grabs your websites, it shows you the click you had, it shows you the impressions you had, it shows you the click-through rate, and shows you the position where you are, where your website is on the ranking. You can see that average positioning. Now, if you go down to the bottom of that page, you're going to see information like the words, the keywords that people use to get to your websites, right? You can find that, it captures that on the Google Search Console. And now this platform also can give you suggestions. Maybe Google can tell you, okay, if you submit your sitemap, Google can begin to give you suggestions. Suggestions as per, okay, this pixel, the pixel of this picture is too large. Reduce it. They'll give you suggestions and recommendations for you to act it on that your website, because they want to help you to get your website to load fast. Load speed is also one of the things they consider before they get websites to the forefront. There are a lot of things they consider in the ranking process, in the indexing process, all right? So now this tool is the technical one. And most times, if you're not very technically sound, you may need a developer to be able to do this for you. Different ways to integrate the Google Search Console into your website. If you build the website using a website builder like WordPress, like Wix, the integration is different. If you built it, like you coded the website from scratch, the integration also is different. But ultimately, all you need to do is to get that website verified. And that process is technically done, all right? So what I'm trying to say here is you may need a technical hand to be able to help you to navigate the Search Console. So why we are bringing it to this particular topic is because it captures data for you. You can see the clicks, you can see the impressions, you can see the CTRs, you can see the position where it is on the search. You can see the keywords that is drawing people to that website. And now there's another tool now normally called the Google My Business, the one you learned yesterday. This tool actually set you up on the map. I know you've tried to go to a particular place before, and all you could think about was to put that business name or that particular location on the map. And the map can actually tell you, okay, this is where it is, you're 5 minutes away. How that business got to the map was through the Google Business Profile. You can link your website here. And I'm sure you were shown yesterday that this platform has an analytics part where you can see the number of calls you had, you can see the number of direct searches you had, the number of indirect searches you had, the number of people that were trying to reach you, the number of people that use your Google profile to get to your website. It captures all those information for you. So the Google profile is also a good place where you can gather data from. All right. And don't forget that it does just beyond putting you on the map. It's also a search engine optimization tool. This tool is called the local SEO tool, the local search engine optimization tool. So whatever you're writing on your Google Business Profile, all the content you're writing using the right keywords, it backlinks to you as a website, backlinks to you as a brand. So it's not just for putting you on the map. It's not just for people seeing the fine pictures. That's one thing you should note. It's not just for seeing the fine pictures, which is very, very important as well. It's not just for people to get to have a phone number to call, which is very important. To have a website, it backlinks everything back to you, especially if you are writing content a lot with keywords. And just so you know, the search engine works with keywords, right? So what you should do is when you think about writing, research on keywords that are relevant to your industry, right? And use those ones to write. I hope that made sense. Please let me know if you understood me. Okay, so the Google Analytics, so I can tell you if you are on your social media platform, you can find the shares, you can find the comments, you can find the clicks and all of that. But websites, how are you able to tell all those things? How are you able to tell the clicks? How are you able to tell the impressions? How are you able to tell all those details? How are you able to tell it if it's just a website? So you need an external tool, and that tool is called the Google Analytics. And don't forget, all these tools I've shared with you, they're all free. The Google Analytics is free. You just need to integrate it into the website. The Google Search Console is free. You just need to integrate it. The Google Business Profile is free. I heard a lot of you got verified yesterday, and that's quite interesting because verification has been very difficult the past 1 year. So if you got verified, you should be doing Thanksgiving service, right? So how are you able to capture all that information if you are using a website? So the tool you are using to be able to understand the activities of people in your people that are coming to your websites is called the Google Analytics. The Google Analytics. And hopefully I can be able to capture to show to you how exactly it looks like. So the analytics tool is going to show to you everything around acquisition, how they came to you. Remember we spoke about that earlier. Did they come through organic search? Did they come through direct search? Did they come through paid search? Did they come through your email? Did they come to your social media? Or it can show you everything around your engagement. It can show you everything around your demographics, right? Demographics you can find, are they male, are they female? Which location are they joining you from? And all those details, right? So the analytics captures all this information. Okay. Questions. You're going to be to the last pause. For questions. Okay. And thank you, Chibuzo, for doing a great job. More clarity on optimizing your Google business accounts. You opened it yesterday during the lecture. I'm sure you were verified, Precious. If you were verified, you should be doing Thanksgiving service. Really, really, really. You should be doing Thanksgiving service because it's been tough the past 1 year. Ever since Google revoked ever since Google revoked the optimization, the verification rights from African partners because they said it was abused, it's been really, really tough, really, really tough. And interestingly, even if you had an old verified account and you want to go ahead and change things, they'll block that account. You need to submit papers and appeal and appeal and appeal. It's almost impossible to get it done. So if we're verified, you are so blessed. All right. So a couple of tips to optimize your Google business profile. Like I mentioned when I was talking about it, it's not just a place for pictures, right? Analytics is free. I mentioned that earlier. It's not just a place for pictures. It's not just a place to put your phone number for people to be able to call you. It's not just a place for you to just put your out there. No, it does beyond that. And ultimately, it will go as far as you want it to. Because I call the Google business profile the social media of Google. This is why I call it the social media of Google. You get to have the opportunity to write content the way you write on your social media, whether you want to write the content or you want to post videos. However you want it, you have that liberty fully. You may not be able to do that much if it was a website. How will you be updating your website every day? You need a developer, especially if you're not one, to be updating the content on the website every day. And you can't write long text on websites, right? Except maybe just link a blog to it. So the Google business profile gives you room to be able to write. I think you can write up to 1,500 characters per post. You can post up to 10 videos and 10 pictures per post. And that is a lot. You can post videos of up to 100 MB. And that is a lot, right? So, and that's a lot for you to play around. So the pictures does a lot. The writing does a lot. But what I can recommend, like I mentioned earlier, is the search engine generally works with keywords. Even if you want to run ads now, there'll be a part for you to add keywords to the list. What are you telling the ad platform to do now? You're telling the ad platform whether these words are present on my website or not. When somebody searches for these words, make sure you show my ad to them. So the search engine generally works with keywords. It works with keywords. So if you want to have more visibility, use keywords to write your content, because that is just stationing yourself on search. And now, if I take a random statistic now, so when you have need, let me just ask everybody, when you have need for anything, where do you go to first to ask question? Me, I go to Google first before I go to AI. So you tell me your own. Where do you go first? Questions. Google. Me, I go to Google first. I don't know about you. So tell me about you. Do you go to ChatGPT first? Okay. Me, I go to Google first before I go to ChatGPT and all those other places. Now, majority of the people will tell you that they go to Google first. Right? ChatGPT just came and all those AI tools, they just came recently. But Google has always been that first point of call. Now, the point there is when you've stationed yourself on search, you've created a room for yourself. You've created a niche for yourself already by being able to station yourself intentionally on search. So again, search engines work with keywords. So what do? Use your industry keywords and write content. Use your industry keywords and write content. Use your industry keywords and write content. That is a trick with the Google business profile. And this is another one that you may not hear from anywhere. If I run a set for you right now, there's something I used to do when I teach Google business profile. I'm coming to the other questions. Let's say it's, let me see. Let me see. I'm typing, right? So look at it now. Will you click that first guy? Doesn't have pictures. Tell me on the regular. I won't click on his post. Look at it. But it's number one. And I want to tell you the reason. I won't click on this first guy on a regular. I won't click on it. I'd rather go to these ones that have pictures. These ones that have pictures. The why is it number one? Look at it. Look at the star rating. It's only 4.7 on the list. Star rating. So when we are asking you, get feedback. This is what I mean by feedback. The star rating. The star rating. Star rating goes a very long way to put you on top. Now, you wouldn't even believe that the star rating is what is keeping this guy here, even with the fact that he doesn't have pictures. So the star rating is very important. So whenever you have your business properly optimized, always copy your link and share it to people. All those Instagram, Facebook feedback on your chats is good, is perfect. But copy the link of your profile, send it to them, let them drop a feedback for you on Google, and beg them to give you that 5-star. You need it. Beg them to give it that 5-star. Now it was just by the way. So let's go back to what we're discussing. I hope it made sense. I hope it made sense. Okay. Analytics is free. Where and how do you find the analytics app? It's not an app. Please drop the link. Okay, Crystal. How do you get industry keywords? Do a research, and there are free tools. You can use the Google search, Google Keyword Planner, SEM Rush, Keywords Everywhere, Screaming Frog SEO. There are a lot of tools that you can use to do keyword research. All right. Okay, when I say something like keyword, Jennifer, yeah, I'm asking the same question with Abalo. When I say words like keywords, the word I just typed now, pizza seller, is it, right? If I say pizza, it's still a keyword. Pizza is still a keyword, right? So when I say keyword, don't get confused. I'm just saying the words that everyday users are putting on search. That's what we call keywords, right? Or you can call it search query. Jennifer, I hope that you have not finished though. This one you like throwing questions like this. So let me answer one more. How can you schedule an automatic adverts on Facebook? How can you manage social media handles on WhatsApp? Okay, so let me answer the first one. You can schedule, you can use the Google, you can use the Meta Business Suite to schedule now. It's a new feature they just added. Or if you have the Canva Pro, you can schedule as well. You can schedule your post. Or you can use paid tools like the Social D, Hootsuite, Zoho. Zoho can help you as well to schedule, right? Media handles on WhatsApp. I don't know what you mean by that. Please rephrase that question. Okay, so the other questions will be answered. For Mercy's question will be answered. So let's finish the content first, and then we'll come back to the questions. I hope you understood what I explained. Please let me know in the chats. Yes, yes. If you don't understand, ask the question in the chats, in the Q&A rather. Okay. So somebody took me to that business profile. Now let's look at visualize and analyze data. Analyze data. I spoke about the raw data for you. It transforms it to a readable form by putting it in a visualized form. So there are line graphs there. You can see the pie charts there. You can see the geomaps. You can see the bar chart, the histogram, and all of that. So that's what a typical dashboard of analytics will look like. So how do you set up your analytics account? So you head over to analytics.google.com. I'm going to drop the link now in the chat for you. Analytics.google.com. Right, so head over to analytics.google.com, and then you're going to be able to set up your analytics account. Very simple steps. It's a Google tool. So it has to be, you have to set it up with your Gmail, right? So you go to analytics.com, choose a name for it, choose the industry, and then you set it up. Now, if you built the website by coding, the process of integration is different. If you built it from a website builder, integration is different, please. So The one we're actually showing you right now is getting it's not even tracking ID again, because tracking ID used to be in the universal analytics, which has been phased out. So now what we have is the GA4, the Google Analytics 4. So what you're going to be finding is a measurement ID. So you copy that measurement ID and plug it into the different pages of the website where you want to capture data. And data is captured in four main areas. You have the audience section, the acquisition section, the behavior, and the conversion. So before we get back to the questions, I'll show you what the analytics dashboard looks like. So please look at this. Confirm you can see the screen. Can you see? Okay. Okay. So remember I told you earlier that your Google Search Console, let me go back to that page. Your Search Console is showing you the impressions, the clicks, the CTR, there's a click-through rates. Give me 1 second, please. So the Google Search Console has the capacity to show you the number of clicks, the impressions. Impressions are the number of times it showed up in search, the click-through rate, and the position that you are on search. And there are other features that you can also add to that. But it does not have the room to show to you the number of users, like what an analytic will show to you. It can't show to you the number of users, new users, old users, event counts, and average engagement time. This is an average engagement time of a person on your website. I mean, an average person spends 6 minutes on your website. This is called session count, right? Session count. So this is an average session count for this website. You can see the number of users, active users, new users. The console will not show you this. And what you're seeing on this search console, the analytics can, so they play different roles, all right? They play different roles. And now what you want to see is you want to check out how the reporting is done, how it captures data and reports it back to you. You can go down to them. These are two different accounts, even though they are demo accounts. Give me a second. Looks like this. Okay, the same thing. So you now go down to the reports. Go to, sorry. No. So what should already. So using it. Okay. Let me see if I can answer one question before.
You're freezing.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Any Google keyword, you can use the Google Trends. You can use the.
Can you hear me? Sorry, guys. Please hold on.
QIO. SH Uber suggests stop that in that. Please, you can grab those. From
Let me try and call him. I'm not sure he knows. He can hear me.
Screaming Frog SEO, RFs, Ask the Public, Uber suggests keywords everywhere, SEM Rush, Google Keyword Planner. You can check out the Google Trends. You can check keywords.io.
So, Demi, are you back?
Sandra, I've been here.
We lost you. Like you've been freezing. They didn't hear anything you were saying.
Really?
I've been speaking, but you were not getting me.
Wonderful. Okay. So let me connect again. Okay, please, can you hear me now? Please confirm. I didn't even know I was kicked out. Okay, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is just to wrap up what we're doing. We're in the last part. So I want to show to you what a typical dashboard, Google Analytics dashboard looks like. It is not part of the scripts, but just take a look. So you can see this is a reporting. You can see under acquisition, if you click on the acquisition, you can find how people are. I don't need to do everything because my internet is very bad. So you can see the cross network, you can see the direct searches, organic search, paid search, referrals, unassigned, organic social. You can come down and see the retention that the platform has captured for you. There's acquisition, you can find, I'm sorry. Even if you want to capture activities around what is happening, what platforms they are using, even what browsers they're using, you can come to this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it because it's really for you as a marketing, also for a developer. So a developer will know that I'm on the website, my blog, whatever I'm building, to be able to talk to all these guys, right? To be able to accommodate all these tools. That's what a developer will do. Like now, I know I know iPhone is coming up with iPhone 16 very soon. So whoever is going to be building a product, maybe develop an app, needs to design screens for iPhone 16 as well, all right? So that everything is optimized properly for it to fit into all the kinds of devices. I may need to skip this part, all right? But just understand that this is where you get all your reports from. From there, you can see where people are coming to you from, and where all of this, if you've not integrated the analytics into that your website, all right? Your own may not be as much as 20,000 users, 20,000 users, like what you're seeing here. You may not get there in 1 year, all right? But you definitely get to find information on your website. Find information around what you're finding, information you're finding page. They're going to be different, right? While this one can capture what a user on when they got to your website, how long they stayed, and did they make meaning to you? Where did they come? This side will answer the numbers of as actually, right? Show your position on the website. Did they click? Did then and all the other details. So there are two different platforms, and don't forget they are free. You just need to integrate it into your website, social media. Okay, so analytics and Search Console is what is majorly used for websites. I hope you got that. That should be somebody's question, but I've answered it already. Okay. Uh, okay, so let's get to the question. Um, I'm so sorry. Okay. Any tools to use? I've already answered that question. Mercy. Chizo, please, can you help me take out the questions I've answered already? Um, help me. Please go ahead and do the research. You run Google Ads. There is a class for that next week. Don't miss any of the sessions. Mine is like no pictures. Please put the pictures. You are the one responsible for putting the pictures. All right. So go to the photo session and ask. It's verified. Then you can put pictures. People will see it. If you've not put pictures and you're not verified, people, even if you are putting pictures, if you are not verified, people will not see it. Okay. What was your question? Please skip the Abalo, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Business Profile. They are free. The Google Analytics link, I shared it earlier in the does this analysis apply to websites, platforms like Wix.com and the rest of them? Well, I've not tried that before, Ihechi. I've not tried that before. I don't think it will work. You can try. What I understand is you just need to get that domain activated, right? So you can just plug it, capture the data for yourself. But I don't know what will happen if the data, if the domain has not been built into that particular account. I've not tried it before, and that is a very good question. So maybe I should just attempt it and just see what will come. All right. Thank you for asking, Hichi. But you can try it out your website. I said there are different ways of integrating it. If the website was coded, it's a different process. If you built it from the website builders, like it's a different process. Especially if you are. Am I breaking too? Am I breaking again? Please, if I'm breaking, please. I'm breaking again. Oh, my. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not the one causing this one. It's empty. Everything was fine. Oh. Everything was fine when the problem started. Please bear with me. Oh my God. You can hardly hear me. Okay, what do we do now? So let's just wait a little bit. Let me just change the position of the router. Hopefully it behaves a little bit more. Can you post the links on the WhatsApp group? Okay. Just remind me later, Fente. How do you integrate? Yeah, I said integrating analytics it differs how you build the websites. We built with the Google, you built the website from scratch. The process is different. Um, if you built that's from scratch, I mean, if it was coded, the process. If you build the process, it's able to help you to do that, whichever way. I know if you are using WordPress, you just need to download the plugins and that's it. Just download the plugins and then you are in the movies. If you are using WordPress to integrate the Calc Manager and the Search Console together at the same time. Okay. Can you provide a cumulative information regarding all these figures and numbers in a summarized form? No, I can't. I don't even understand what you mean by that, Areda. Do I have to go to the website builder to integrate my website with Google Analytics? Yes. You need to go to the website builder to integrate it because each of them actually have a different process of doing it. Okay. I'm still in the Q&A. I'm not yet in the chats. What about the conclusion regarding the different findings comes out from the Google Dynamic Analysis page? I don't understand what you're asking me, Areda. Can you use simple English? I don't understand what you're asking. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. The one you're seeing on the screen right now is the analytics, not the profile, not the Google profile. What about what judgments, Areda? What judgment are you talking about? Can you just use simple terms, all right? We are talking about integration of analytics and Google Business Profile, right? And Google Search Console. So just use simple English, all right? All the dynamic page analysis, please. And please, can you add chatbots to this Google website? That's a different program. That's a different integration entirely. And you need to build a chatbot. It's a lot of work to get that done, right? I share too. It's a lot of work to get a chatbot done. I'm so sorry about the network. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, it's a weapon formed against us today. So let me see if I can pick one or two more questions. Um, is there, please can see the summary of today's session. Please go to the YouTube. Go to Impact Her trainings on YouTube. You'll be able to watch it again because the one on Zoom is not recorded. How do I integrate Google Analytics into a website? I already answered that question. It depends on how the website was built. All right. I'm so sorry. Network did us today. It was bad. Sir. Okay. All right. So the guys on YouTube, let me see if I can catch them. Let me see if I have a few questions there. Can I do that? Do you delete guys? For clarification, business account, business account. Yes, I understand what you're supposed to be there to help you hand a website, right? I used to come with an extra website. All right. Grace of that method. Um, on which platform are you talking about? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be able to answer.
Network is really dealing with us today. Oh. I've also been going out and joining it. Udemy, are you back?
I'm here.
You're freezing.
Was I kicked?
No, you are still freezing. You are freezing. Network is bad. Are you back?
Can you hear? Maybe I can just wrap it up from here. Yes,
But you're still breaking up.
I'm, I'm still breaking.
Yeah.
Can do this one. Hmm.
So I see everybody saying we should have a repeat of this, you guys now. So I see that everybody's saying that we should have a repeat of this session. Now the thing is, we already have sessions
Hmm.
already for each day to the end of the cohort. We're going to be having sessions every day, Monday to Friday till the end of the cohort, which is like towards the end of the month. So the only time we have is a Saturday, except you guys are willing, and I'll have to probably beg Udeme, like beg him.
Hmm.
So we have it tomorrow. Udeme, can you hear me? Are you there? Are you back? I'm here. So I want to
Yeah,
know if you're back. Yeah, still breaking up. So should we have a repeat tomorrow? Are we all in agreement? If we are in agreement, leave me your favorite emojis in the chat. So let me go and do the work of begging Udeme so that we have it tomorrow. No slides will be shared. The slides can never be shared. It's our own intellectual property, so we cannot share the slides. But if we are in agreement that we have this class tomorrow, especially for people that really want to know what this analytics is, because to be honest, it's not all about opening your social media account or when you want to open a website, you want to do this, you want to do that. If you don't know how to read whatever your social media or your website is saying, there's no way you'll be able to make decisions, on how to progress forward with your business. So this particular topic is very, very important. So if you want us to have this tomorrow, please let us know with your emojis in the chat. Udeme, are you back? Udeme, are you back? So I think that we've lost Udeme. Okay, so maybe let's just have it tomorrow. I would communicate with you guys on the WhatsApp, bro. So we'll be wrapping up this, and then we would meet for tomorrow. I'll speak to Udeme and then get back to you guys. Tomorrow, let's meet for same time. Let's do 10 in the morning so that or do we do earlier? If do we do 10? So if let's do it like this, let's vote in the chat. So if you want it earlier, I'm not even the one to even make decisions. It's the man that is supposed to be making the decision for what time we should actually meet. But let's do 10. But if Udeme says anything, if he changes his mind that it's not 10, we should meet maybe I will let you guys also know um on the group. But I think 10 will be best so that everybody can go about what they need to do tomorrow after the training. But I'll communicate with everybody to on the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, everybody. Do have a lovely day. Bye. There's no attendance, please.